Congratulations on the show. I've got to see it this morning. So it's really interesting how the energy has changed, because obviously at the end of the last series there's some cataclysmic events.
Yes.
And now we see the consequences of that and everybody trying to live out their different threads. So what's it like trying to bring that story to life?
You know, it was really incredible, because we have this family of actors. So we have these people that have been there since season 1. Obviously, welcoming Liam to the fold was exciting. But the truth is he stepped into a very familiar pattern for so many people, and he was able just to step in and fill it. And I love that you brought up sort of a new energy, because I think it would have been very easy to sort of take these stories, which felt kind of down at the end of season 3, and instead we bring this sort of new energy in, and you feel almost like you're starting over again, and you really get to be planted with these 3 characters and what they're going through.
Because it's almost like they've been born into a different world and they're having to find their way.
Yeah.
So what's that like? Because we get to see some wonderful new faces in the Rats.
Yes.
What's it like being bringing on those new characters alongside the old familiar ones?
Oh my God, it's incredible. And I think Sophie Holland, who's our casting director, one of the things that she is amazing at is really looking at chemistry in a cast, knowing that our cast is 100 and something people. You know, I think it's typically a cast of about 120, and thinking, how do these people start to work together? How do they be a family on screen, but also off screen? Because we don't want any assholes with us. We want people who truly love to be there, who are passionate about the work. And I think you actually really do see that on screen.
And there's also plenty of combat that we know and love.
Yes.
And I can't pass without mentioning Laurence Fishburne, who just brings an incredible energy to this.
Yes.
What's it been like getting him to kind of almost co-lead in parts with Liam?
I mean, Laurence is incredible, and I still pinch myself on a daily basis that, like, he is on this show, he's embodying this character. He had so many thoughts about Regis, he really wanted to own it. He was excited about the costume and the wig and the prosthetics, because he really wanted to lean into the high fantasy. It's not a thing that he'd gotten to play before. What I think was so incredible about having Laurence there is exactly what you said. He provides this sort of mentorship to Geralt in a way, but it's really subtle. He's not coming in saying, I'm your father figure. He's just quietly sort of pressing and poking and seeing if he can get to Geralt's center. And he can. He brings out a truth in Geralt that we haven't really seen before.
And just lastly, this is a really kind of relevant and great story for our time, because I think we can learn things through watching fantasy that apply so much to real life and the circumstances we're in today. So what's it been like kind of hearing those echoes across the set of these real life events?
What I would say is that's something that we solely got from the books. Sapkowski is amazing with that. He obviously started writing these books in the 1980s after all of his travels, coming from Poland, which had been through so many things, and sort of looking at how people were interacting with each other on an international scale. And do I wish it wasn't relevant anymore? Yes, of course I do. And yet it's more relevant than ever. And so what we try to do is we try to show and reflect these stories about real life while being entertaining. We don't want to give anyone lessons. So it's really just about how to portray our real world issues in a more entertaining way.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you, and thank you for this. That was amazing. I was like, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!